This one, I've been saving the best and my favorite for last. I found this typewriter in my first apartment, or I found it outside my very first apartment in downtown San Francisco. I found it laying out on the curb. Someone was just going to throw it away. And it was kind of laying upside down against a lamppost. And it was covered in dust and cobwebs. And I was just, I don't know where I was going. I was leaving my apartment, and I came across this on the street. And I picked it up and took it back to my apartment. And then I lugged this thing. It's friggin' heavy. I mean, this is a hip. This thing weighs like 20 or 30 pounds, probably heavier. But I carried this thing from my apartment up on Post Street. I carried it probably like 4 blocks to this old typewriter repair shop that was on Sutter. I think it's Sutter and Leavenworth or something. But I carried it up there, and they cleaned it up, they fixed it, they put a new ribbon in there. And I wrote like, I don't know how many short stories. Most of them were written like 1993 to 1995. So with this typewriter, I was writing like maybe one short story a fucking week. I call it my Charles Bukowski phrase, because I was just pounding out these stories. And most of them I never even submitted to be published. I just kept them in a box. Never even reread them. I just wrote them, fired it off, and filed them away in a box. Every once in a while I'll go through it and look for stuff that might still be good, might still be worth publishing. But for the most part, all that stuff I did is just stored in the closet somewhere. This typewriter, let me see. This thing is a friggin' horse. It's a workhorse. I mean, this is like an office machine that secretaries probably used in the 30s and 40s to write memos or whatever. But the problem with this is that, I don't know if you can see that. Pull the light closer. It's a non-standard ribbon. They're like molded metal pieces that the ribbon fit around, and I can't find those anywhere these days. I go to like the big box office stores, and they've got standardized ribbons that fit in all those other typewriters that I showed you, but they don't fit here. So I'm not sure what size this is. This is like a custom fit or something. But it's a Royal typewriter. I just can't find the ribbons for them anymore, so I just keep it around as kind of a keepsake, I guess, a collector's item. It's heavy as fuck, though. I mean, God, you can kill somebody with this thing. I mean, it's so heavy, and it's like, it still works too. It works perfectly. I just need to find a ribbon for it. Oh, move that light out of the way before I knock it over. Yeah, so anyway, this is my all-time favorite typewriter, and if I have to give away all the other ones, I would keep this one, just because of the fact that I found it outside my very first apartment. Actually, it wasn't 1991, it was 1993 is when I started writing all the short stories, so yeah. Wow, almost 20 years ago. Anyway, this one's a keeper, even though I might not be able to use it anymore. It's probably good to just set up on the mantle over the fireplace or something. But I'm still looking for a ribbon. If I can find one, I'm going to start using it again.